Hello, I'm Kota Iwashashi, President of ACTA. Today, I'm presenting interim data from the Positive Perspective 3 study that look at awareness, belief, and confidence in U equals U. These are my disclosures. As background, the Positive Perspective studies are a series of global cross-sectional surveys that have been co-created with community representatives from around the world to capture the experiences from around the world to capture the experiences and amplify the voices of people living with HIV. Positive Perspective Wave 2 was launched in 2018, and the study included over 2,000 people across 25 geographic areas. The study showed that exposure to the U equals U message is associated with better viral suppression, optimal self-reported health, and lower internalized stigma. The Positive Perspective Wave 3 study was initiated in 2024. Here, we present interim data from the survey of the adult living with HIV. This analysis aimed to assess who believed in U equals U, where people had heard about U equals U from, and how belief in U equals U impacts behaviors, stigmas, and psychosocial well-being. Here, we show a description of the design of the study. Positive Perspective 3 has 3 arms, which are described in the 3 columns here. The first part of the study is a survey of the adult living with HIV on treatment across 29 geographical areas. We aim to recruit around 3,000 people. The second component of the study is a survey of the people who work in the HIV patient organizations, and we aim to recruit around 300 people. The third component is a survey of adolescents aged 13 to 17 years in South Africa only. We aim to recruit 50 adolescents. Today, we are presenting interim data from the survey of the adult living with HIV only. We have data from 698 individuals across 16 geographical areas. In relation to our method and analysis, this cross-sectional survey asked the people where they had heard about U equals U from. Participants could select multiple options. Belief in U equals U was defined as having heard about U equals U and accepting that there is zero risk of HIV transmission with an undetectable viral load. Here are the demographic and clinical characteristics of the 698 respondents in this interim analysis. Of note, 40% were female, just under 4% were transgender or non-binary, and 40% were 50 years or older. Moving to our results, 93.7% of surveyed participants were aware of U equals U. Looking at the sources of information about U equals U, most people had heard about U equals U from their HIV doctor. Other important sources included HIV patient organization, internet sources, other healthcare workers, and peer educators. We wanted to understand what proportion of people believed in U equals U, and also HIV prevention methods used with their partners. Approximately half of all respondents did not believe in U equals U. Oh, sorry. Regardless of the HIV status of their partners, this lack of belief in U equals U translates into behaviors As you can see that similar proportion of people relied on an undetectable viral load to prevent HIV transmission to partners. Most people reported using condoms to prevent HIV transmission to partners. Next, we assess how open people were with sharing their HIV status, stratified by people who believed in U equals U and people who did not believe in U equals U. Those who believe in U equals U are significantly more likely to share their HIV status with sexual partners, their children, religious leaders, extended family, and colleagues. U equals U believers were less likely to report that HIV has affected their relationships. We looked at viral suppression and self-reported overall mental, sexual, and physical health. The overall population is shown in the red on the graph. 70% of all respondents reported an undetectable viral load. The colored bar charts show subgroup analysis by partner status. Looking at the purple bar, we see that single individuals with casual sex partners reported the highest rates of viral suppressions. Approximately half stated they had optimal overall mental, sexual, and physical health. Single individual with no intimate partners, shown in dark blue, reported the lowest prevalence of self-reported optimal health in all assessed domains. We then looked at psychosocial fears in the overall population and in subgroups split by partner status. In red, you can see half of all respondents feared rejection due to their HIV status. A similar proportion were worried about being arrested if they shared their HIV status, regardless of the HIV status of their partners, as shown in the other columns. On the far right of the slide, you can see that 2 in 5 individuals reported that HIV limits their personal relationships, including people with an HIV-negative partner. In conclusion, despite a high proportion of surveyed individuals reporting awareness of U equals U, however, only half believe in it. This is reflected in their sexual behavior, whereby only 50% of people relied on U equals U to prevent HIV transmission to their sexual partners. Belief in U equals U correlate with greater openness, as believers are more likely to share their HIV status with their sexual partner, children, parents, friends, and colleagues. This study highlights the need to work with the community to understand and address the reasons for lack of belief in U equals U, and to engage trusted sources of information in the U equals U message to ensure that this crucial public health message reaches and benefits all who need it. The study limitations are listed here. The study used non-probability-based samplings. We analyzed the preliminary data in this interim analysis. The data are self-reported, and the study is cross-sectional in design. We would like to thank all survey participants, the many patient organizations that have supported with enrollment, and the Positive Perspective 3 Community Steering Committee, who have co-created this study with BIB Healthcare, who are the study sponsors. Thank you very much.
Yeah.